All right, welcome back, viewers. Days after bringing them as close as 3 meters to each other, the Indian Space Research Organization has successfully completed the docking process of the satellites. That's the latest, which is coming in at the moment. ISRO had earlier misremembered 2 docking schedules. That's on January 7 and January 9 due to technical issues. The satellites were launched by the space agency. That was on December 30th. ISRO took basically to social media X to congratulate the entire nation, and we have the latest coming in. My colleague Imran is bringing us the latest update. Imran, this is a massive feat. A milestone has been achieved. Give us all the details which we know about the successful mission which has been completed by ISRO.
Well, absolutely, it's a very, very important mile achievement for India and for ISRO. This is because India has become the 4th superpower as far as the space is concerned. Now, the docking experiment have been successfully done. We saw that earlier attempts were very, very, very close to achieving the success, and it was a little bit of disappointment that it didn't happen. In fact, earlier 2 space docking experiment, even public was invited, but after the didn't happen, now ISRO said they will do it and then they will announce it. And we saw just this week, only a couple of days before, it came very close to 3 meters, or at most came close to docking, but didn't happen. But now it has finally announced that it has the space docking experiment has happened. Now, what are the implications of it? It is very, very important. It's a technology of as far as concerned. We're looking at India's big ambitions of having Chandrayaan-3, man on the moon, and also having their own space, the complete setup there. For as far as the human space flight is concerned, experiments on and repairs is concerned on the space, what we have going to build up now in space, the area, and then other orbital, all this kind of, the experiments, the space docking is very, very critical and important right that. So in that concern, it's a big milestone achievement for ISRO, and it lead to many, many important missions what the ISRO has, especially bringing materials from moon and for studying is concerned. All this could happen because the docking experiment as ISRO has done is very successful, and that it becomes the 4th country in the world with the power to do that docking in space.
Well, absolutely, and India has achieved this historic feat. It's only the 4th country to be able to do so. We also have Manish Purohit, who's a former ISRO scientist, who's joining us live on the broadcast. Thank you, sir, for joining us on Times Now. This is obviously days after bringing these sats as close to 3 meters to each other that ISRO has successfully completed the docking process. Help us understand really the significance of the same, sir.
Good morning and congratulations to this whole nation. It's a big milestone, a big stepping stone for the forward coming missions of ISRO and India. Actually, this success has 2 aspects. First one is we have successfully demonstrated docking. But if you look at it in a different way, we have also successfully demonstrated that if things are not going perfectly well, then even at a close distance of 3 meters, our systems are so robust, then they can initiate safe mode and take the spacecrafts away. So if you look at the efficient performance of our scientists and ISRO, then it is really appreciable that in a single mission, we have checked different test cases. Now, why docking is important? Because if we have to bring samples back from the moon in Chandrayaan-4, if we have to send our space modules, International Space, just like International Space Station, we are planning Bharatiya Antariksh Station. So if we have to send the modules of Bharatiya Antariksh Station and we have to assemble our space station in the space, docking is important. If we have to send our Gaganyatris to our space station, then docking is required. When we have to send the cargo, then docking is required. When we plan to send our Indian on the moon, then docking is required. Means all the big missions that India is planning in the coming future, docking plays the very basic, vital, important role in the success of the mission. And the way we have demonstrated this with a very efficient use of resources, with a very well-planned maneuvers, it is really great.
Well, absolutely, and it not just obviously sets tone for the upcoming missions, as you said, obviously, be it Chandrayaan, be it Gaganyaan, it also places India in an elite group, isn't it, sir? Help us understand really what it means when we look at, the growing space technology and India's space, when we speak of other countries as well, worldwide really, India's ranking when it comes to space missions, space technology.
When you become independent of any other resource, and when you are able to develop such technologies indigenously, that proves that that proves how the space programs are running in India. And for sure, this again helps in building the image of India as a big space power. The way Chandrayaan 3 has boosted our image, this particular experiment and upcoming missions will also improve and place us with those elite powers in this space, whether we talk about US, whether we talk about Russia, and of course China is there. So becoming the fourth nation that is able to develop indigenously a system which can dock to spacecrafts which are moving at a speed of 7 kilometers per second and successfully does that with a controlled maneuver. This is something that is really big. It is going to boost India's image. And obviously, if you talk about the space economy, such different missions, difficult missions, they also bring us in that particular aspect. Yes, India is one of the options where we can look for the future collaborations, international collaborations, and that can boost the space economy also. It's $1 trillion market.
Absolutely. It's a boost, a massive boost for the state economy as well. And we'll be looking at various aspects really of the same, sir. Stay with us because Viewers Times Now, senior editor, Sagrika Mitra had spoken to ISRO chief V. Narayanan also on achieving this historic feat. We'll be playing out that entire conversation also for you very, very shortly. But, telling you a little bit about what exactly this mission is, what it means for India, because viewers, this capability, as we were telling you earlier, is essential for complex missions. The upcoming missions, be it our future endeavors when we, speak of this space sector, the exploration, the potential to even reach moon by 2040, which is what India is also aiming at. This docking experiment opens path for our upcoming projects. Just as the expert was also telling us, be it the Chandrayaan 4 mission or many other missions, the significance of this, what it means for India, and a lot more for that. Let's listen in to this exclusive conversation.
Good morning, sir. Big day for you, huge day for the scientists at ISRO. What's your message to the country now that the SpaDex mission is a big success?
India is the fourth country successfully accomplished space docking. And this is a requirement for our future programs like Chandrayaan 4, space station, and other programs. On this day, I want to tell that our country has got a lot of opportunities and a lot of contribution can be made. And today, we are a proud nation having accomplished this great feat.
But sir, I do get it, and for you, this must be possibly one of the biggest highlights now that you've taken over as the ISRO chief, and this good news coming in the start of 2025. Tell us about the kind of hard work and the grit that goes into making these kind of missions successful.
It is the hard and smart work of the entire team ISRO which has yielded this success under the guidance of Honorable Prime Minister of India.
And so, what does this mean for future missions? Because, we are looking at...
This is a great accomplishment. Great accomplishment. When you talk about future missions, which is huge payload, we cannot build a huge rocket for carrying huge payloads. So we have to take multiple modules and dock in the space. So this is a great accomplishment. Let me thank the entire ISRO team. For the outstanding work under the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister of India. Thank you.
Absolutely. Sir, I would humbly ask you to stay for one more minute. If there's a message you want to give the country, if there's a message you want to give all space enthusiasts, especially youngsters, because there's so much to learn from ISRO and the very sentiment that wants to make India unstoppable, what is that one thing you'd want to tell them, sir?
So if we put a great target, everything is possible. And India is a country which has got great talents and great leaders to guide us. And everything is possible to be accomplished. Thank you.
All right, and we just heard that exclusive conversation. My colleague Imran is also live with us, and he's obviously helping us understand the significance of the mission. Imran, we are talking about the upcoming missions as well, the complex mission, obviously, which India is planning. Help us understand how this feat is going to pave way for India's future endeavors when we speak of space exploration.
See, what the primary importance of this docking experiment is the fact that a lot of it's a cost saving exercise. A lot of these payloads which are carried to build on all that transfer of technology is concerned, then you'll have to send all the rockets. Because the space docking experiment, they can carry the payloads in smaller quantity and take them to space and leave it there with this experiment. So that holds a lot of significance as far as concerned. Now, looking at the India's basic ambitious missions like Chandrayaan-3, sending man on the moon and collecting materials from there and bringing it back, or as far as the concerned about having their own space there in the
absolutely.
The
it's a historic milestone. It's a moment which the country obviously is rejoicing in. Imran, why don't you stay with us? Our colleague Amrita is also joining us live from the newsroom. She's taking us through all the reactions coming in, viewers. The Prime Minister, the PMO, has praised ISRO for scripting history. Amrita will take us through that reaction. Amrita, over to you. Take us through the reaction which has come from the side of the PMO.
Absolutely. And first, when it comes to the ISRO itself, because it's a huge congratulations going on to the entire team of the scientists there, putting India in the elite space club, saying that the spacecraft docking is successfully completed. It's a historic moment. And the maneuver from the 15-meter to 3-meter holding point has been completed. Docking initiated with precision, leading to successful spacecraft capture. Retraction completed smoothly, followed by the rigidization for stability. Docking successfully completed. India has become the 4th country to achieve this successful space docking. Congratulations to the entire team. Congratulations to India. And so is that as far as the Prime Minister is concerned, also congratulating the scientists and the entire space fraternity for the successful demonstration of space docking of satellites. It's a significant stepping stone for India's ambitious space missions in years to come. So yes, Meenakshi, 2025 looking so far so good.
Well, absolutely, and it's a historic milestone, a moment which the entire country is celebrating. End of the day, this mission, viewers, is not just a highlight when we speak of ISRO's engineering marvel and capability. It signifies India's growing ambitions in the space sector. We'll keep an eye on this big story, the significance of the same through the course of the day. As of now, slipping into a short commercial break.